People are looking at different thing on price action right now. So do I. Okay, I am also looking at something very different on price action. I'm going to tell you my position, and then you're going to look at what I am paying attention to, and also what are you looking at on price action. Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, Pi, SUI, all of this. What's happening? Let's discuss all of this and many more in this very video. One of the most important thing right now is the fact that if you look at the price of Bitcoin, it is covered that market come back down. I made mention of this very retracement on the Telegram channel. Look at it right here. And I said that market is going to retrace this weekend. And I said starting from Friday. And market do retrace. Look at it right here. Market do retrace back down. And right here, we're seeing the market, okay, begin to show sign of moving upward. In my opinion, we can see market move upward a little bit this very day. This is Saturday into Sunday and into next week, early next week, and the market is going to come back down. Why? Because if you look at the 1-day chart, there is a very strong momentum still on the 1-day chart. And that 1-day chart is going to make the 4-hour chart to move upward a little bit, especially from the top-down technical analysis standpoint, in the sense that if the 1-day chart strong bullish momentum have not been exhausted, it means that any retracement that we see on the 4-hour chart is just very temporary. That means market retrace, go up again on the 4-hour chart because we still have a very strong bullish momentum on the 1-day chart. So from top-down analysis standpoint, when it comes to technical analysis, it is covered that market from here, in my opinion, is going to move upward. However, market can come down a little bit, okay? I will still be looking at market moving upward. And I am not looking at the market going below this very point right here, okay? This very area. I'm not looking at that. Market should not go below here. That is this very point of, let's say, 114,500. So market can come back down and maybe a liquidity grab and begin to move upward. Yeah, we can see a liquidity grab from this very point, and then market begin to move all the way to the upside. Possible creation of a high that is higher than this very high. That is market moving into 118K dollars before the next move to the downside, because I still believe market have capability of moving upward if we see the market first of all collect liquidity from this very area before the next move to the upside. Now, what am I looking at generally? Okay, to be very specific, on the 4-hour chart, what I'm looking at is for the market to move upward. What that means is either we see the market come back down, grab liquidity, market is going to move upward, or market to move from here to the upside on the 4-hour chart, to be very specific, okay, to be very specific. And that would then take me back to the 1-day chart so that you know what I am expecting on the 1-day chart as well. If you look at the 1-day chart, of course, market have entered into this very point of important resistance. And if you look at this price action, you notice that the market moved downward. This was a significant bearish candle down to this very area. However, I am expecting the market to just move a little bit, okay, before the next move to the downside. That is a market coming back down in the next 1 to 2 weeks will be in this formation. That is market move upward a little bit and then come back down to this very area, because this is a very important level, and then the final move to the upside. What that means is, in my opinion, I'm not expecting aggressive dump. People are expecting market dumping into this very point of 107 and 108,000 dollars. That possibility is there that market can, correct into this very area before the next move upward. But that is what I am looking at right now. I'm looking at something very, very simple. That is, if we see market correct, since market have created a high that is higher than this very point, then this can be a retracement for me, okay? Retracement into this very area around 111, 110. This is the 1-day chart. Pay attention. This is the 1-day chart, 111, 110, and then the final move to the side. So this is just a retracement, not an aggressive dump into this very area as some people are expecting. I made mention of that very statement on the Telegram channel right here, and I said, what do you think on the long-term look on the price of crypto? Aggressive down maybe 1 week, 2 week, or 1 month. And a lot of people make a lot of nice comments right here. But if you look at this guy, Lawrence is looking at a good correction next to CPI, which should be around $107,000 loading. In my opinion, I don't see this. I believe that there is a 50% possibility for the market to correct, okay, prior to the CPI, and that is why I am looking at this possible retracement into this very area of 111, 110 before the CPI. If we see that before the CPI, then that means the CPI is going to push the market upward, be it is good or is bad. That means be it the outcome come as expected or the outcome come as forecasted. This is very important thing to pay attention to right now on the price of Bitcoin. That's the reason why I'm stressing this. So all of this comment right here, nice comment, because people are really expecting market to move upward. And if you look at the sentiment of the market right now, people are really expecting the market to move up in October. Okay, October, and right now there is a very high chance, about 85%, that Fed is going to still cut rate by 25 basis points in October, because they want to take things gradually. And that is what I made mention of right here today. And if you're not on this channel, I can tell you, you are missing out greatly. I made mention of that right here. And that Fed, there is 85% chance that Fed is going to cut rate by 25 basis points in October. That chance is very, very high. And that is what you need to look at as well. So this is what I am looking at on the 1-day chart. A little move, but retracement is going to come into this very area, not into 108 and 107. I don't see that coming, although it's a possibility. But if you look at the price of ETH right at this point, discover that ETH is going to move upward, in my opinion, on the 4-hour chart. Take note on the 4-hour chart. From this very point, we have a very strong level right here. So what that means is, even though I see market come back down a little bit on ETH, okay, into the 4,000, 350, 360, around this very area, grab liquidity, I see expect market to move upward, because market has already moved as expected. So market should do what? Move upward. So the worst case scenario from the BS is for the market to just move down a little bit and then move upward and possibly approach this very level of important resistance on ETH 4-hour chart. Don't miss this. It's very important. So on the 4-hour chart, even though you see the market move down a little bit, I believe that movement will not be sustained. It's just a liquidity grab from this very point, because market move from here after the Fed interest rate. So there are liquidity at this very point. So market can grab it, okay, and create a lot of liquidation for long. That is the long liquidation, and then move upward, approaching this very area. So in any case, okay, in any case, be it market move from here upward, or we see market come back down a little bit, it's going to still move upward, approaching this very area. This is my take on ETH right now, and I believe you should also keep your eye on this. Meanwhile, you're also looking at maybe what you are paying attention to personally on price action. And if you come to the price of Pi, normally Pi is a pump and dump token, and I don't trust it. Okay, so from this very area, market come back down, and we are seeing gradual movement to the upside. Of course, nothing much. I'm expecting Pi to come back down into this very area. That's my expectation, to be very simple. From here, even though market move upward, I don't trust it. Market should come back down, except we see a breakout right here. Why? Because market have tested this very area several times. Okay, market test here first time, second time, and then third time right here. So market breaking out here will be a good news for Pi to move upward, and that is very important. If market did not break out here forget about it. Market is going to come back down into this very level of important support, and this is what you should be paying attention to as well on the price of Pi right now. And this is a very important takeaway if you are a pioneer, you are mining, and you are an investor in Pi as well. So this is very, very necessary. And if you look at the price of Sol, in my opinion, Sol have more capability of coming back down into this very area. Okay, so have a high capability of moving from where it is right now into this very area. Okay, approaching the 129, and that is 229, sorry, and $220 before the next move upward. So I want to see a little bit of drop on the price of Sol into this very area. To be very precise, a little bit of drop on the price of Sol from where it is right now into this very area before any move to the upside. And of course, if we break out here on this level of important support, market is going to come back down into this very point, retracement, come back down again, and then the final move of Sol. Of course, I am not expecting Sol to go below 210 and 200. That is between 210 $200. I'm not expecting Sol to go below that anymore. It's going to happen maybe in the future, but right now, entering into October, any other shift in price action to the downside should not be aggressive on the price of Sol. Okay, maximum to this very area. This is the highest DOM I am expecting on the price of Sol. People are expecting a good retracement right now on all altcoin before the final move to the upside. I'm not expecting a drastic move on the price of Sol. Okay, so any move downward should not go below this very point, in my opinion. And that is what I'm looking at between 210 and 200. And if you look at this very area, is 210, okay, to 200. Okay, market should not go below this very point for that final move into the long leg on the price of Sol USDT 4-hour chart, to be very specific. So on the immediate short time, expect the market to come back into this very area before the next move to the upside in this formation, and the market move upward, and the breakout here can send us back into 210 on the price of Solana. Very important thing to pay attention to. And if you look at the price of SUI, SUI really move upward, okay, and create a new high on the 4-hour chart, higher than the previous high at this very point. What that means is market right now is at this very area. So point of interest, very important, is this very point where the market moved from. This is the most important point of interest on price action. Okay, and then we have a very little point of interest right here, okay, where market is touching from at this very point, because there is a little fair value gap at this very little fair value gap that is insignificant, but is still holding the market. What that means is, since it's a very little fair value gap, but market is still reacting to it, it means that the market have capability of shifting back down a little bit before the next move to the upside on the price of SUI. So SUI can come back down a little bit before the next move to the upside, and this point also can hold. So in any case, I am not expecting price to go below here on the price of SUI on the immediate short term in the next 24 to 48 hours. This is my personal opinion. Okay, market move upward, or any little drop, market is going to move upward again. In my opinion, the price of SUI, very important. One important thing here that you should pay attention to is the fact that the global crypto market cap is very, very steady, even though we are seeing little retracement on price action, which is $4.03 trillion. Very important. And in the next coming weeks and into October, we will see this global crypto market cap rise significantly. I want to see a very significant rise, and it's going to happen, guys. And if you look at this very area, the altcoin index, it is covered at 77 over 100, okay, which is good. Once you begin to enter into this very blue area, this is the aggressive pump time, okay, and that is what I'm expecting and patiently waiting for at the moment. Very important thing to pay attention to. And this is very, very important, guys. Pay attention to all of this to be in the right direction of the market. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. If you've not joined our Telegram channel, join right now. I'll be dropping altcoins and meme tokens to buy for the next pump in the market very soon, especially when this retracement that I've talked about, especially on Bitcoin, is going to end, and I'm sure that market is going to begin to move upwards, so that you just buy immediately I release those important altcoins and meme token to buy. I'm talking about both layer 1 and layer 2 token, so don't miss out. And one thing I always find very fascinating is that please be in the community so that you have good sentiment about the market, what people are saying, so that you have a very good option of when to exit the market and collect profit. And this is very important for every one of us. I don't want you to be in a situation where you make profit from the next move in the market and afterward come back and discover that that profit have disappeared. Maybe you were doing things on your own. That is why don't be alone in crypto. You check community and look at market sentiment and what people are saying about the market to be well updated. That is why the Remit Trade Telegram channel is for you. Join right now. It is a free channel. Link in the description of this video and also in the pinned comment. And I will see you in the next video.